Hello guys and welcome. In this video we'll be looking at control flow in C++. So specifically we'll be looking at the if statement, the if else statement. We'll be looking at the nested if statement. So I'm just going to look at the syntax for the if statement. So we have the if statement, we have the if else if statement, right? And then we're also going to talk about the nested if statement. So for the syntax, right, for the syntax of the if statement, so we're going to have if, then there is a condition that is true. If a certain condition is true, then we're going to write our code there. So a typical example of what we want to do will be, I'm going to do int age, right? So we'll do a simple program that asks somebody if the person is eligible to vote. So I'm going to do cout and ask someone to enter your age, right? Then we're going to do cin age. Now I'm going to do if age is greater than or equals to 18, then I can do cout, you are an adult and can vote, n9. Now in this same, I can do an else if age is greater than or equals to 13, so I can do cout, you are a teenager, right. N9, else, then I will just print there that cout, you are not, or I can still put there that you are a child. Yes, you are a child, correct. Initially I wanted to do you can vote and you cannot vote, but I changed the settings so to add an if else statement again inside. So if I run this, so build successful, and we run, right? So I'll enter 25, so it tells me that I'm an adult and I can vote, right? So if I run the same program again and I enter maybe 5, then it tells me that I am a child, right? So this is what happens, right? So now this is a simple use case of the if else statement, right? Now we can have nested if else statement, right? So I'm just going to do another example that incorporate the nested if else statement. So now I can do, so I'm going to ask the person to enter a number, so I'll just do int num, right? Now we're going to be checking if the number is greater than or equals to 0, right? Then I'm going to do if the same number, we divide it by 2, is double equals to, the remainder is double equals to 0, then I can say that cout num is positive and even. So it's a positive and even number, so n9, right? Else So I can do cout num is positive and odd, right? That is the case where the person enters a positive number. Now I can come here to my big L statement and I check again that if, right, so what if the person enters a negative number? So I'm going to check again that if the person enters a negative number and the number that he enters is divided by 2, if we do modulus division by 2 and it gives us 0, then we can still say that the number that the person enters, num, is negative and even. So for example, somebody enters like negative 10, right? Negative 10 is an even number, but it's negative, right? So I can do cout there num is negative and odd, end line. So the next thing that we're going to do is that we're going to use the, do I have an error somewhere? Why is it end line? Yes, so end line. Yeah. So in the next program, we're actually going to do a simple calculator using the switch case built with errors where, let me see, enter num. Oh, no, where is the error? So I was trying to type a little bit faster. Oh, okay. So we are not asking, we don't know the number, we are not collecting them. Enter a number. So another thing that we should be asking ourselves is, what if the person enters a floating point number? Right? What if the person enters a floating point number? What do we do? So we need to be able to look at that. We'll look at type conversion to see if we can. So if I enter 25, 25 is odd, right? Right, but it's positive. So I was saying that what if somebody enters, let's say 3.5, right? So it takes just 3, right? You see, right? So the 0.5 is also, so we're supposed to do, we can do